What's up? What's up? What's up? It is Dante King back at it again. Today I'm signing on because I wanted to ask. This is a solicitation, actually. I wanted to ask for broad support for my nonprofit, Blackademics. If you go to my website, which is danteking.com, and then go to the tab that says Blackademics at the top of the website, you'll be able to see a page that gives a description of the nonprofit, which is Blackademics. It is a nonprofit that I started to be able to systematically disseminate programming, the educational experiences that I have provided to many people at conferences, through my book, which the first one was the 400-Year Holocaust, and then the second edition of the book is out right now. It was just released last week, which is Diagnosing Whiteness and Anti-Blackness. But so I'll share a quick slide so that I can give a brief overview of what Blackademics is all about. But I am asking for your support because at this point, I can't continue just funding the nonprofit out of my own pocket, which is what I've been doing. We launched in 2022. I provided the funding for 2023 through 2024. And through providing the funding, was able to produce the 10-part episodic docuseries. So if you go to diagnosingwhitenessandantiblackness.com, you can see different clips of the docuseries. There are 10 episodes available, but that was produced through Blackademics, through the nonprofit. And that project alone took roughly $100,000 to produce. So I am asking for the participation of people who are able and willing to become monthly subscribers and donors to the agency. So Blackademics is a dynamic educational platform dedicated to empowering Black individuals and communities through knowledge, mentorship, and advocacy. Our mission is to dismantle systemic oppression, foster intellectual growth, and create pathways for personal and communal transformation. We believe that education is the foundation for lasting change, and through our diverse programs, we seek to cultivate leaders, thinkers, and change makers who will challenge the status quo and uplift future generations. Our vision goes beyond individual transformation. We are dedicated to reshaping communities and creating a ripple effect of positive change. Whether you are a learner, mentor, donor, or advocate, there is a place for you in the Blackademics community. Together, we can confront systemic inequalities and foster a future grounded in equality, justice, and opportunity for all. So for those of you, again, who can, this work is much larger than just work or a body of work. It really is a calling. It has been a calling for me. It's been a calling of mine. It hasn't come easily at all. It's come at a cost for me, a lot of self-sacrifice, a lot of mental, emotional, and physical sacrifice, and a lot of financial sacrifice. But I also know that it is for the betterment and upliftment of humanity and Black individuals, especially Black children. And so the goal and priority is to ensure that we are able to educate ourselves, educate other people, and lead people into the type of transformative change that we feel and deem as necessary for the survival, not just of ourselves and our community as Black people, but for the survival of our humanity, for the survival of this country that people are so vested in, that is really inhumane when it comes to how it treats its constituents, its citizens. So, again, I am putting out an ask. I'm going to put the link in the chat for those of you who are tuning in live. This will pop up on your end. It's a link to the Give Butter site, which is one of the platforms where we are accepting donations for Blackademics. So if you click on that link, you should be able to go directly to the site and make a donation. And please, again, if you are able to, please become a monthly subscriber and donor, a monthly donor. And I am asking that you pass along the word. Really, pass the word along about Blackademics, about people who are interested in becoming, and are actually not just interested, but able to become monthly donors and sponsors of the organization. We are trying to appeal to hundreds of people. We're trying to attain support from hundreds of donors. I think upwards of about 500 donors is what we're targeting. Monthly donors, people who can commit to donating for a good, 2 to 3 years, if possible. $20 a month, $25 a month, $50 a month, whatever is capable, whatever is possible for different people. If you are an organization, even better. Maybe you can donate $250 a month. But again, this all goes to, and I'll just share my screen with you again. Many of the activities that we're trying to do, many of the vehicles educational vehicles, resources that we are producing, one being the docuseries, which again, if you go to Diagnosing Whiteness and Anti-Blackness.com, you'll see this docuseries, which we will be streaming and kind of filming, not filming, but we'll be showing it, providing a viewing of it live at the San Francisco Main Library next Sunday, February 23rd at 1 p.m. from 1 to 3:30 p.m. As you can see here, we will be featuring the docuseries. So this project, again, cost about $100,000 to both produce and promote so far. So it's probably upwards of 100 to 150,000 after the total marketing campaign finishes for it. So we are, it's available now for people to access, for people to purchase. It's available now on the site, the Diagnosing Whiteness and Anti-Blackness.com site, as well as if you go to DanteKing.com, if you go to my website, you will see a tab for the docuseries. You can access it through my site as well. So there's that project. There's also the free book club, which is being offered through Blackademics, where we will start off with a live review of my book. And so this free book club is geared toward that. And then what I envision is keeping the book club going as we explore other texts by various other authors, as we continue to keep this process going, the process of organic learning, non-traditional learning in a live online setting. So this free book club will launch on March 8th. And there are subsequently 5 additional meeting times after that, where we will be exploring the various chapters of my book and many of the discussion questions. And like I mentioned, we'll keep this going beyond the review of my book club if it goes well. If the review of my book and we can get enough support and people joining, we will keep the book club going. That's the intention. Some of the other activities that are being provided and launched through Blackademics is, of course, there's going to be a launch party for the book and docuseries. that we're hosting, as well as an in-person 1-day boot camp, a Blackademics Bootcamp, where we will spend the day together in person, just doing an examination of our history, of what it means to be an American. We'll be examining and evaluating how, the history of this country and the history of our ancestors, of our African ancestors, directly affects and impacts how we function today. The history and the perpetual the perpetual and ongoing nature of white supremacy and whiteness, how that informs our lives today. And we'll be discussing the things that we need to do in order to heal mentally, emotionally, physically. So that will be a 1-day, all day, in-person intensive with me in Oakland, California at Preservation Park. So it'll be from 9 to 5 p.m. So again, that's the Blackademics Bootcamp. And then there's the relaunch of the 11th cohort of a fellowship, a 16-week long fellowship that we have been able to successfully engineer. There have been 10 so far. The 11th cohort will be starting in September of 2025. So 16 weeks. So we meet every other week online from roughly 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to 1:30 p.m. And we're going to keep this going. So these are many of the activities that are being produced and launched through Blackademics, which is, again, a nonprofit. So as you donate, you can write off your donations. So I'm going to put the link in the chat again. If you go to either DanteKing.com or Diagnosing Whiteness and Anti-Blackness.com, you will see the link to gain more information about Blackademics. You can do some reading on your own, as well as be able to donate. So you can donate through that Give Butter link, or you can donate by going to Diagnosing Whiteness and Anti-Blackness.com or going to DanteKing.com. So I just put the link in the chat again. It's not easy to ask for money personally, which I'm glad that I'm not doing that per se, and I'm not in a predicament where I have to do that. But, I was thinking about asking and, soliciting money for the organization. And I'm just not a person that asks people for things, because I've been very fortunate to be very independent in my life and not have to ask people for things a lot, or for the most part. And so it's not easy to ask for things. When you haven't had to ask people for things, it's not easy to ask people for things. But I had to think about just how important the work that I'm doing is, and not just how important it is for me or to me, but how important it is for the greater good, and for the greater good of the people that it's touching, that it's impacting. And with that train of thought, I had to humble myself and say, you know what, Dante, put it all on the line, solicit funds, ask people for the support that you need, ask people for the financial support. It's okay. It is what it is. This is something that you believe in. This is something that's very powerful. This is something that's bigger than you. And so you can't do it alone. I'm sharing with you my self-talk process that I had to go through in order for me to even be able to get on here today and make this ask, create this ask. So I hope you know that it is not easy to ask for help. And you may have also had your own personal experiences with asking for help where it may be challenging. It may have been challenging for you too. So you can understand where I'm coming from. That said, I am asking for help. Please help. Please donate to Blackademics. Please donate what you can to Blackademics. And so I'm going to put the link back in the chat. And again, this is a very humbling experience. soliciting money for this organization, but we're doing great work. And everyone on my team, from Marcel to Julie to JJ, who I just love and adore, to all of the board members, to the Blackademic board members, who I'm very excited about. You know, we just all believe in this effort. We all believe in the mission, in the vision of the organization. We believe in the activities that we are providing, the learning opportunities and access to resources, access to opportunities that we are providing. And we believe the substantial nature and the significance of the work that we're doing, its impact on our collective humanity. We really do. So hopefully you will become a believer, and you will believe in the mission and the work of Blackademics as well as an organization. And you will stand with us. And in that standing with us, you will be able to contribute to our organization. So again, click on the link that's been provided in the chat. You can go again to danteking.com or Diagnosing Whiteness and Anti-Blackness.com to get more information about Blackademics and to be able to donate. So we're asking again for people who can become monthly donors of the organization. So we appreciate all one-time contributions too. And if you can become a monthly donor of the organization, please, please, please make it happen. Thank you so much. I'm going to sign off. It's Friday, and as you can probably tell, I am tired, just due to the relentlessness of working, the work of justice, the work of liberation, the work of humanity never stops. It just doesn't. So I love you. I ask that you really take a moment and reflect on the love that you have for yourself and do the things necessary to try and take care of your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. All right, I'm going to sign off, people. Take care.